Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
It's William and Andrew here at Allegory Gallery. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. We hope you're having a great day. It is beautiful here in Ligonier. I don't know what it's doing in your part of the world, but it is an amazingly beautiful day here. It got up to about 77 or 80 degrees today. It was actually hot. It was actually hot today, but the evening here has cooled down. It's a beautiful evening, and we're doing great. We hope that you are too. And let us know in the comments if you're here. Say hi. We look forward to meeting new people and hanging out with our regular supporters and friends out there. We appreciate all of you. So tonight is going to be Live by Design. And Live by Design, for those of you who do not know, is where we start you out with one item that we put down on the board, and we ask you in the comments to let us know what you think would go well with it. And then we try to find that item and pair it up. So it could be a color, it could be a style, it could be a material that you can suggest, and we'll pull some of those suggestions and we'll put them up, and then we'll give them prices and allow you to also purchase them. It's a lot of fun. It's even more fun when more people participate. So the more people participating that we get, the better it is, because that puts you kind of in the driver's seat instead of us for the live. We can always pull stuff. We've got lots of stuff here. We can always just pull and show stuff. But whenever you get to suggest what you think would pair well, or what you'd like to see with something, it's a lot more fun. And you might find some things that you didn't even know that you wanted, right? Let's see here. We have Kimberly with us. Hello, Kimberly, over at My Beaded Bliss. Thank you for joining in. Anna is here. Hello, Anna. Thank you for being here. Norma is here. Hello, Norma. Susie, our neighbor, is here. Says hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining in with us today. We've had a busy day. We are getting ready. Gertie's going in for her little surgery tomorrow. So we've kind of been getting that together and lining things up for that. That's early in the morning. Our van needs new brakes. So we ordered new brakes for the van, and I've been working, they just arrived. And so I've been working with my dad to figure out a time to get those put on. He helps us put them on. He used to work auto body stuff. And so it's nice that he's able to help us and that he's willing to do that. So Thursday, my day is going to be spent over at my mom's garage with my dad putting brakes on the van. So we got that all lined up, and thankfully they came in quicker than we thought they were going to. We started a sale today. Did you know? Did you see? Did you get the email? Did you get the text message? Are you on the list? We started a sale. It's a gratitude sale. We are so thankful for everyone out there helping us get ready for our reset week. That's next week. We're going to be taking a week off of all of our selling and kind of catching up on shipping, catching up on implementing new systems for the shipping department, working on a new version of the website, and also working on the physical space here at Star Cottage Studio, and kind of trying to get as much in order as we can. Everything's going to take more than a week, but we're at least giving ourselves a week of downtime of not doing lives, at least not selling lives, of not doing online stuff, not adding to our shipping kind of log that we have right now. And so we are working on trying to save up for that, making sure we have the money to pay our bills as we don't sell anything next week. We have another cat that will be going in for their surgery. So we're working on a lot of things, trying to get everything ready. I have my oldest friend coming in, or longest time friend, I should say, coming in this weekend.
And don't call him the oldest friend.
I know he's not the he's the oldest.
Sound like he's like elderly.
I know it's my he is slightly younger than me. He's my longest time friend. We met in kindergarten, probably like the third day of kindergarten, I think. and we've been friends ever since. He lives in Seattle, and I don't get to see him very much anymore. So he's coming in this weekend. So we're kind of planning to get together with him, trying to get that all worked out. And yeah, there's so much going on. It's always busy here. But the big thing is we do have the sale going on. You can save 25% off using the discount code GRATITUDE off of everything in our online store. We did a sale that was the reset sale. Some people had told us that they missed the sale. They got the notices like after the sale expired, which is a thing that happens often. And also, they may not have been able to at that time support it, but they want to. So we're doing one last online sale, 25% off in the online store before we shut shipping down for the week or shut orders down for the week. Shipping is going to be going crazy through that week, but shutting down the orders for that week. So
lining up extra help too. So if you're local,
if
you want to help, you can also help that way too.
So yeah, if you didn't hear Andrew, he's trying to line up extra help here at the cottage to do things for that week. So if you want to work for some bead exchange or something, and come in and help us out, that's another way you can pitch in if you'd like to. We'll be moving things around here at the studio, organizing things, doing shipping stuff. Lots of ways that people can help. If you're interested in your local, please let us know. Yeah, whew, that's a lot. That was a lot rapid fire, right? How are you all doing? Let's see if anyone else joined us. Let me see. Anna is here. Hello, Anna.
I'm kind of bummed.
Oh no.
I think I lost one of my teaching gigs next year because that got double booked.
Oh no.
So that makes me a little bit sad.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see if you can do anything about that. That sucks.
I mean, the nice thing is it's a year out or more, so it's not like I have.
There may be time to
fill in spots.
Fit you in somewhere else, yeah.
But it would have been nice to do it, so we'll see. I'm gonna check with their other studios because I may be able to teach in one of the other studios if I can't teach in the metals one.
Doing something else.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Let's see. Kim is here. Hello, Kim. Thank you for joining us. Brooke is here. Hello, Brooke. Thank you for joining us. We're so thankful for all of you out there because without you, we could definitely not do this reset week. And, or any of it, anything that we do, right? So we're very thankful for all of you out there. And, you all help us in so many ways, whether it's just being encouraging, whether it's by purchasing things when you can, whether it's sharing our posts out there, whether it's asking your friends to subscribe to our email or our text message list, having your friends subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Facebook or on Instagram. Y'all spread the word that we exist and help us in so many ways. And we're so thankful for each and every one of them. However that happens, however you're able to help, you do it. And we're very thankful because we know that not everyone has that. We have a very robust support system. And I have to say, I know not everyone has that. And we do work hard to, also give on our end of things too, to you. And hopefully that synergy works and we connect and it's all a good thing. And it has been. So thank you for that. Angela is here. Hello, Angela. Thank you for joining in. So again, today is going to be a day of Live by Design. We had fun last night. I don't know if you were here last night. Did you have fun? People were saying they had fun. So I hope you did. I hope you weren't just saying it because we're doing it again. But this time we have the entire Star Cottage Studio bead room to be able to mix and match things. And there are different things here and more unique things here. And so we can really play around a little bit more here today. And we hope that you will play along too. Kim said last night was fun. Good. I'm glad you liked it. There's Susan Surreal. Thank you for joining us tonight. Yeah, it's been a good day. Another big notification to let you all know as well. We have a trunk show on the way, everybody. So we have a trunk show by Laura Lunsford coming in this week. It's supposed to be here soon. We haven't gotten it yet. It's been delayed. This has been happening a lot, I've heard recently in the mail. Delays are happening. I'm watching some packages, and sometimes they go somewhere and then they kind of return and then they go back. So this was supposed to, the trunk show was supposed to arrive, I think yesterday, but now it's set to arrive tomorrow. So we've planned it for Friday. It should definitely be here by Friday. So Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to have the Laura Lunsford trunk show. I'm super excited. I know Laura's been working on new pieces. She hinted at some things to me, so I'm excited to get it and open the box. We always love opening her box. So we will have that for you Friday. So mark your calendars. Make sure you join us live on Friday. If you don't know what Laura does, she does soft enamel, gemstones, and crystals turned into pendants and beautiful things.
Soft solder.
Is that what I said? Soft solder? What did I say?
Soft enamel.
Soft enamel. Sorry, soft solder. Soft soldered pieces. Gemstone, crystals, usually vintage chandelier things. So we'll see what she's sent this time. I'm super excited. And people love her stuff, and her prices are always really, really good. Not very expensive at all, especially for the work that goes into them and the kind of quality of pieces that she gets. So super excited about that. We hope you'll tune in. Anna says last night was lots of fun. Good. Glad you liked it. Glad you liked it. And what else, Andrew? Anything else? Am I missing anything? What's going on? Susan says, I was just thinking about a Laura Lunsford orb that I found in my crafty room floor when you mentioned the Laura Lunsford trunk show. Spooky. See? Synergy, synchronicity, right? It means you definitely want to tune into that trunk show. I'm sure that's what that means. Or you need to make something with that, right? Yeah, I love those little orbs, those little glass balls that she makes. They're really good, if that's what you're talking about. I think that's what you're talking about. Donna is here. Hello, Donna. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, so I think that's what's going on here. How are you all doing? I don't know about you. We were talking about what we're going to have for dinner tonight, and it's so warm. We're like, we just need like salads and fruit. So we picked up salads for dinner and some apples and bananas, and it sounds really good. We've been eating, not bad, but not great. And we're talking about the processed foods. When it's cold, those foods feel really good, right? And right now, today, it's not cold. So that's what we're having for dinner. I don't know what you all are having or had. But it's kind of a switch over kind of right now, feeling like it's happening. Like you need to kind of lighten up and just kind of get some real nutrient dense food. So anybody else feeling that way out there? Susan says, Fidget Phil knocked the Laura Lunsford orb on the floor. At least he is being blamed for it. There you go, right? Always got those poor kids, they take the blame for everything, right? Anna says, hi, Susan. That is spooky, right? Susan had taco salads. That sounds really good, too. That sounds really good. All right, let me take this away. And how about we start getting started with the show? Andrew, you got something for us?
No, I'm not really in the mood now.
What? You're not in the mood now. You better get them in the mood, everybody. What do you want to see? What do you want to start with tonight? What should we start with? Brooke says, I had stir fry. The talk of apples just makes me want to have an apple pie, but that isn't very healthy. Right? Donna says, had a wonderful morning, early afternoon, and got home and put some things in the dryer, and nothing happened. Oh no, that's not good. Did you unplug it and leave it rest and plug it back in? Maybe, hopefully, that would help. It's that technology reset, right? It's amazing sometimes that works. What's going on, Andrew?
Just disappointed.
Oh, Andrew's feeling low, y'all. Send him some good energy. He needs it. He needs it. So, what else is happening, everybody? What else is happening? I've got a lot going on. Oh, I've got to mow the grass here. The grass is growing like crazy. I don't know about where you are, but that I have to fit in. So I'm going to drop Gertie off in the morning for her surgery, and then come over to Star Cottage and do some grass mowing and hopefully some weed eating. And tomorrow's going to be a big day for me. Gertie, drop off, grass mowing, weed eating, which takes a few hours. Of course, packing and shipping. And then at some point, they're going to tell me when I can come pick Gertie back up. So I'll have to go and pick Gertie back up. And then I'll have my pottery class tomorrow night. So lots and lots going on tomorrow. And then Thursday all day is going to be brakes on the van. I'm going to pick my dad up at about 10 a.m. We're going to head over to my mom's garage because she's got some tools there and some extra space. And she's actually pretty close to where my dad lives too. And then we're going to put the brakes on the van. I got front and rear brakes. Hopefully it doesn't need rotors. I didn't get rotors because they're more expensive, but hopefully the brake pad change will do it, at least for now. And so I don't know how long that's going to take. But my mom gave us use of the garage. She's going to be going to some soccer games in the evening. She's at one right now. For our nieces and nephew, her grandkids. But my dad and I are going to work on the brakes, and hopefully that won't take all day, but last time we got into it, it did. So hopefully it took actually a few days, but we were also doing some suspension work too. So hopefully it doesn't take, more than a few hours. So we've got and then I'm going up to the store on Friday. I've got the store to do on Friday. So that's, we are going to be open in Johnstown, by the way. So if you're in Johnstown, you're watching us from Johnstown, please feel free to come in, hang out, and make some stuff with me. We have impromptu classes. You can come in anytime in the Johnstown store and make things with me and hang out, and we'll put some stuff together. You can pick some stuff out. We have lots of fun doing that. And that's available to you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Anytime we're open from 11 to 6 p.m. in the store. And then Friday I'll be at the store, come back home. We'll do the Laura Lunsford Trunk Show that evening. And that's going to be the end of our live shows for the week, most likely. We're working on putting a D-Stash together for those of you in the D-Stash group. So get ready for that. That may start, I don't know, it may start tonight, it may start tomorrow. We'll have to see how things go. But we're going to be starting a D-Stash for those who are in the D-Stash and prefer that kind of buying method where we show photos and you can claim them that way instead of the live videos. Some of you all do both, so thank you so much. So I wanted to let you know we will be starting a D-Stash soon. Donna says, yeah, I tried everything. Mine isn't one of the newer with digital stuff. It's not the breaker. The switch is messed up. I do have a line on a used one. Oh, good. That's good. Susan says, we did planting last week, cleared out 3 flower beds, and that wore me out. I guess I'm just old. 3 flower beds is a lot. We have been doing yard work. Andrew cleared out a lot of the flower beds. Was it last week? Last week, I think. The weeks are running together. The days are running together. And that's hard work. Cleaning out flower beds is not for the faint of heart, right? It seems like it should be an easy thing. You just go in, you pick some stuff, and that's it. But it's constant You're bending over, you're in a crouched position, you're holding yourself up with your hands, you're pulling things, you're using muscles you don't normally use. It's a lot of work. So good job on that. Suzanne is here. Hello, Suzanne. Saying coming in from dusty New Orleans. Dusty there. Yeah, we've had a good bit of rain here, so thankfully we're not too dusty. But the rain has to keep coming because it's getting warm again. So yeah, let's see here. We are starting to prep the kitchen for painting, says Suzanne. Nice. Are you doing the same colors or are you switching it up? What colors are you doing in the kitchen? Are you going for the same colors throughout the house, or are you doing different colors throughout? Donna says it's dusty here in Alabama too.
Why is it so dusty?
They're not getting any rain, probably. It's been hot and dry. It's been hot and dry. It's not been hot and dry here. It's been cold and wet mostly. But we recently just had a hot spell come through today. One day. We'll see how long it goes. Oh, Suzanne says it's going to be a light aqua. That's going to be really pretty with the other color. That'll be really nice. Donna says I picked a lot of blueberries off my bush this morning. Ours are just starting to kind of form the berries. I guess the berries are pretty well formed. They're just not blue at all yet. They're still ripening and starting to get a little bit bigger, but they're still pretty small. Suzanne says Canada and Sahara dust. What? What's going on? Brooke says, one day I'd like to repaint my kitchen and living room. We would too. We had that on the plans and never have gotten to do the repainting, especially in our dining room area. I would like to repaint the dining room. Maybe one day, right? I agree, Brooke. Kim says, raining here in Southwest Florida. Hurricane season is upon us. Well, hopefully no hurricanes. It can be hurricane season, but let's just skip them, right? We'll just skip them this year. Don't need to go through that. Don't need to do it. Oh, Donna says Canadian wildfire smoke. Plus we had over a foot of rain in the last 3 weeks. We have had rain, but that wildfire smoke is no good. I haven't even heard. I have not been on the news for like the last 2 or 3 days. We've been so busy doing things. I need to check and see what's going on in the world. Anna says it's smoggy here, wildfire smoke, hazardous and dangerous levels. Yuck. Yikes. Kimberly says nasty storm weather in Kansas too. Huh. That's no good. That's no good. I hope everybody's okay out there. Teresa just joined us. Hello, Teresa. Says hi, William. Hello, Teresa. Thank you for being here. Glad to see you. Glad that you're doing better. We're thankful when our people do good or doing well. Brooke says the previous owners made interesting color choices. Oh boy. Brooke says I hear Kansas got some flooding. Donna says Mount Etna erupted too. Oh my goodness. I have not heard any of this. And it says, Brooke, let's use those combos as a jump off point for the design along. Yeah, what are the interesting color choices, Brooke? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Susan says, hey all. Hey Susan, thanks for joining us. Rain here in North Carolina seems to have moved on for now. Hot days, cool evenings. Enjoy the evenings while I can. Yeah, we had a hot day today too. And the evening now is cooling off. And I had just ran down to get Andrew a coffee. And before, when we came up here just a little bit before that, we had to have the air conditioner on. And by the time we got situated here a little bit and I drove back out, it was already cooling down and I could have the windows down. It was so nice to drive with the windows down. Flooding in Wichita and I'm sure Topeka too. Yikes. Anna says they might, those combinations might work in jewelry, right? They just might. They might. All right. Let's see.
Go ahead, flip that.
Are you ready? Okay, let's flip it. Let's flip it, y'all. Let me move the camera down, get everything lined up. Teresa says, I sold a pearl necklace that I made 2 years ago from a pearl bead mix today. Nice. Congratulations. Whoops, that's not the right settings. Settings, camera, flip the camera. There we go. And let me also switch this around. That's awesome, Teresa. Congratulations. Donna says it was really hot this afternoon, and this morning I'm out picking blueberries in a sweatsuit. I know, the weather is swinging, right? It really is. Brooke says the kitchen is yellow, not a great shade of it either. And it's the color I've always had difficulty with. Our dining room is yellow as well. All right, let's get this light over here. This light down closer so we can get some light on this thing happening here. Oh, whoa, whoa. Andrew's starting out bright and colorful today. All right, we've got these bright green cats. These are from our friend, Ava.
They're 7.
They are 7. And you have just one?
Mm-hmm.
One strand of those. So if you'd like to purchase from this video, ZR. What is that? ZR are the lot numbers, ZR1. And you can take that lot number, put it in the subject line of an email, and send that email to info@allegorygallery.com.
I thought it'd be fun to start with a challenge.
Yeah, it is a challenge. Kimberly's going to watch on the big screen. So be right back. All right.
What color do you want with those cats?
What color do you want with these cats, everybody? ZR1. These are awesome cats from our friend Ava, the Italian vintage plastic, 24.2 millimeters by 17.3. Black check, says Anna. Black check. Bright blue, says Kimberly. Bright blue. Black check, bright blue.
What about this?
Andrew says, what about this? He's already pulled that. Brooke says you can either balance that with some black or escalate with some neon orange and pink. And it also says bright pink. How much are these? What is this?
Those are $4.
$4. ZR2, $4. Kimberly says, oh, that's interesting. Look at these together. Don't they look good? Donna agrees with the black check. Susan's suggesting coral, magenta, or lapis.
Did you do all these ones or no?
All of what ones? Yes.
So is that available or no?
Nobody claimed those, so those are available.
What close on them?
Let's see here. Let's see. We had these the other night, but not with this. Let me see which one. I think. Let's try these. Hold on, everybody. Gotta undo this. Here's some, everyone wants the black check. Here's some nice black check. Like I said, we had these the other night, but you may have missed them if you weren't tuning in. Check these out. These are lovely. And I think we had these at 8 the other night. ZR3. Are they 8 or 7? I can't remember. I'm going to say 8. And so we have those, black check. That's pretty cool together, right? What do you think of that? And let me see. Whoa! Whoa! We've got, we also have, and it says very cool. I also have these. Let's try these. Oh wait, these aren't black. See, it pays to get under the light. These are deep blue. I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think that's gonna work. What else do I have over here? What do you think of these? Let me get these off of here. Oh, and let's see here. I think I've got three. Sorry, I think I've got 3 of these ZR3s available. All right. Would love some 6mm blue droops. Well, these aren't 6mm, or are they? These are 6mm, but they're not blue. But I'm on the same kind of wavelength. You might like these, ZR4. I'm going to put these at $7 for this strand, vintage check glass droops. And they're this green tone with a metallic. So I think those could go really well with those. Hello, Maybelline. Thank you for joining us. Suzanne says, Cinnamon is supervising construction next door. So far, she's not impressed. Oh, boy. Deep blue could work, or navy blue, says Anna. Says it could also use some droops or drops. Kimberly said those are neat, too. Yeah, and I don't have... I forgot my devices to check the email, so we're just going to not know what's happening for now. We'll do some checkups maybe here once we go through a design, then I'll run over and check and see what's available. So this is ZR4. These are the 6mm droops, and they are about a 5.5 times 2, so about 11-inch strand for $7. One of them available. 5.7mm, just about 6mm droops. And I think those could work with those, right? And let's see here. ZR5. And let's see if we've got anything else around here that might work. Okay, so we had requests for, let's see, deep blue or maybe navy blue. Let's see what we've got. We've got some deep blue or navy blue around here. These are kind of unique. I don't know if, oh wait. Oh, those are deep blue. Okay, everybody. Whoop, that came out. Let's see. We have these. Whoops. Maybe it says, Andrew's pendants on the website, are they all one of a kind or are there multiples of them? Both. So they are all one of a kind because each one is hand done, but there are multiples of each. So usually we say that the photo is a representation, but there are multiples available. You may not get the exact one in the photo, but so there are multiples of them, but they are each one of a kind, if that makes sense. Okay, let's do these. Let's do these for $4 each, and there are 2 of them available. Can I do them for 4? Let's do them for 4. So these are a deep, deep cobalt kind of blue in the roller beads, vintage check glass roller beads. So there's for those of you who thought maybe a deep blue could work. I could see that blending really well with these. We're kind of heading into this direction, but I think that could be really fun with that as well. I don't know, can you do it with this? That would be really interesting, right? You could play around with these colors. And of course with the black and blue is going to go really well together, right? All right, it says, thanks, William. Got the email, read the reset cell, so I took a peek. Yeah, it's the gratitude cell this time, Maybelline. So make sure you use discount code gratitude. We put that up here for anyone joining in. Thank you all. We've got 30 people watching. We appreciate it so much. We've got a sale going on in our online store right now. So we've got 25% off using discount code gratitude in the online store. So be sure to take advantage of that. That runs through Sunday night. So you have until then to check out. That's going to help us with our reset that we're doing next week. So we got to save up for that so we can make it through that week with no sales happening. We're shutting down our sales so that we can catch up on shipping and rearrange things and implement new systems, redo the website a little bit. So yeah, you can all help us out that way. We appreciate it so much. All right, let me take this banner down because I think it's going to get in the way, even though I want to leave that up. Maybe it says, thanks for the info. Thank you so much for taking a look at things. Susan says, I like the blue with the cats. Right? I kind of do. I wasn't sure at first, but I kind of do now that I'm looking at them. Let's see. Or a coral color. Oh, okay, a coral color now. Well, let me check. These are blues that I didn't, and there's a black one here. So let me see. These are actually ceramic, and these are pretty cool. I don't think we've ever shown these before. So let me take a look and see what we're doing here. All right. And this one, I can do these. I think these are really cool. ZR6. We can do these for, wow. Let me see. I'm going to do these for $6. I should do 8, but I'm going to do them for 6. There's only one strand of these available. This is a ceramic bead. Actually, these ones might be. These might be glass. The next ones I'm going to show you are ceramic, but I feel like these ones are glass. But look how cool they are. Whatever they are, these are vintage. And I think these are glass beads. And they have the white core. Let's see here. Annis is navy, and the like is a really fresh combo. So green neon cats and blue roller beads works, in my opinion. I think so too. I still think magenta would be stunning, says Susan. Magenta would be, but magenta is a very hard color, I'm going to say, for beads. To find beads in magenta. Andrew stepped out for a little bit, so I'll have to see when he comes back if I've got any magenta. These are 10 millimeter, and these are ZR6, $6. And let me, 1 moment, I'll be right back. I'm going to go and see if anything has sold because I have to run to the other computer for that. All right, out of this set, and I just realized I need bags too. I'll be right back. All right, got a few bags here. ZR1 has sold, so thank you so much. That one is gone. We'll take it off the board. ZR2 has also sold. Thank you so much. I'm going to take that off of the board for now. ZR4 has sold. Thank you so much. Take that off. And ZR5 has also sold. Both of them have sold, so we're going to take those off of the board. Make sure we put these together. We're left so far with the blacks. All right, but I'm going to leave this up. 3, 0, 5. These are sold out, so let me take those away so that people don't get confused. Both of them have sold for the 5s. All right, so far, 3 and 6 are still available. And let's see here. And let's go. What can we put? Well, we can put a lot of things with the black. But I'm going to show you these because these are ceramic. You know I love ceramic, right? It's my thing now. And let's see here. ZR7. I'm going to make these $6 as well. I've got 3 of these available. I love black and blue, right? And these are ceramic bead, and they're blue with the white. They're 8.5 millimeters, but I think those could be really fun together, right? Little peekaboo kind of things, and nice bright colors. So there's ZR6 and ZR7, and I know a lot of you were saying, some of you were saying like a coral. Let me see what I've got looking around me here. Let me see what's over here. I don't necessarily have a coral right here, but I have a really nice kind of black and rhodonite. I have a kind of nice peachy color that I'm liking. Let's see if this goes. What y'all think of this and what we can do with these. This is a kind of peachy vintage check, ZR8. I've got 4 of these available, and I'm going to do these. These should be 12. I'm going to do these at 8 a strand. These are big strands. Let me get this thing. Sometimes these hanks don't want to come apart easily. And how about this? I think these are really pretty together. They also, I love this combo. Black with a peach. What do y'all think of those? ZR8. $8 each. Now, let's work with this. What would you put with this? And I'll see what I can find. Susan, I'm still thinking about that magenta because the magenta would work really well, I think, with any of these. I just don't know if we have any magenta around right now. That's a harder one. Let's see. What's anybody else think? Susie's saying black and rhodonite. I don't know if I have rhodonite. Let's see if I do. Let's see here. Anybody else got any? No one's got any suggestions on this? How about, I don't have magenta, but what do you think of these pearls? These are dyed freshwater vintage pearls. Got like a whole hank of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I've got 20 of these. 20 of these mini pearl strands. ZR9. And these vintage pearl strands, normally we would do 12. Let's do them at $8 a strand. ZR9. What do you think of those? I think these work really well with either the black, even the blue. They could be really fun. Hello. Where are you going? All right, buttercup or pale yellow? Let me see. That would be a good one too. Let's see what I've got in buttercup or pale yellow. How long is ZR9? Community says, oh, I love those pearls. ZR9, let me give you a length on these. Whoa. Length of these strands. 12. They are 15.5-inch strands. 15.5-inch strands on the pearls. And if you do like those, talking about buttercup and pale yellow, how about those? I don't know if that's so pale yellow. Those look pretty bright on camera. They're a nice color yellow though. And I've got, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 18 of these. ZR10. And they should be 12. We'll do them at 8. 18 of those. All right. Now that we have a full deck, I'm going to go over and check to see if anything is selling so we can see what we can move or change. One moment. All right, everybody, I'm back. Sorry, our computer is really strange. When I try and start it up, sometimes the screen goes like fuzzy and I have to like restart it. So we have sold 8. This strand has sold. Thank you so much. That's that pink strand. And then 9. So 9, we have sold 4 of these so far. Thank you so much. And we've sold 2 of the 10 so far. Andrew, got any ideas?
I don't like any of this stuff.
When we're talking about like, these could be fun with this. These could be fun with that. Andrew's not feeling excited. What about turquoise and white or gold pearls or iridescent green pearls, says Susie.
Clear the deck.
Clear the deck. Andrew says clear the deck. Something new. Actually, we have 3 more of these. I forgot we have 4 of them. I missed that. So we still have those available if you want some. But Andrew's not interested in these, so we're going to move them out of the way. Ida Bell. That's her talk. Do your cats talk, everybody? Your animals talk. They have particular ways about them. Little Ida Bell. She'll tugboat. She'll tugboat you sometimes. ZR6. ZR6. I cannot believe these did not sell. These are so cool. Black and white? What?
Didn't somebody request black and white?
I thought so. Kimberly says, William, I sent a couple of test emails. My phone populated 2 email addresses for you guys, and I don't know which one is right.
info@allegorygallery.com.
Yeah, always info@allegorygallery.com.
I don't know where you would get a different.
Other than if I've messaged you, sometimes I do it from my William@allegorygallery.com, but I don't check that for lives.
No.
I barely check that at all, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I have to use it for things. All right, we're clearing these decks. Andrew says, clear them out.
I want something more fun.
Something more fun. All right, let's. Oh.
Or do you want to do more pearls like that?
We do. You want to see more pearls like these? We've sold a bunch of these so far.
We had that in a kit, summertime. The day at the beach one. So if you got that kit, you may have some of those.
Yeah, I think they're a really good price, pricing at $8 each.
It was basically free.
Mm-hmm. Suzanne says, sure. 9 and 10 were fun. So let's see. What other
What are
little,
9 and 10?
these little pearls. These little pearls. We got other colors in these, right?
What about these?
Okay, let me put these.
Do you have a bigger bag?
No.
You want a bigger bag?
This will work for now. Andrew, start with some bone or wood beads, says Anna. He's starting with these buttons. These are super cute.
$1 each.
$1 each, so $2 for the pair. This is ZR11.
What do y'all want to do with those?
ZR11. $2 for the pair of these.
Here's plastic.
These are vintage plastic. Skull and crossbone buttons. And should I move the computer over here again?
Yeah, because those are driving me crazy. I'm not even doing it.
Let me move the computer, y'all.
He's running around frantic, and it looks like he's going to puke.
I know.
How about these? The black crystal. Y'all like that? And then you need to make you a path. I'm going to make you a path so you don't trip on anything.
Okay. Don't want to trip on everything. This and this.
And it says red, blood red drops. Kimberly says, love, where are you going with that, Anna? Any more things from that?
Suggestions? Suggestions?
Besides blood red.
Let's see here. Coral. Anything else?
Coral, but not blood red.
Blood red.
Or at least not in the top. Well, I do have those ones that didn't sell the other night. Oh, red. How about these? These are kind of, these are more orangey.
I can see a necklace coming to mind with those black crystals and blood red drops.
How about this for blood red?
Ooh, that'd be good.
Did you show the black crystal?
No. I'm still, I gotta go get the.
You're discombobulated.
Yeah, I gotta go get the mouse yet. And keyboard. Okay, so ZR12. How much you want to do in this crystal? Do it on 7 or normal sell crystal price
Until it's gone.
until it's gone. And then the ZR13, the blood red, we'll do that for 7 as well.
Do you have any water?
Yes.
You should drink some.
Should I?
You sound like you're getting like your heart is gonna explode. Like this. It's a Lamar's breath.
Too much running. Okay, these are these beautiful bicone red crystal beads. Or these are actually vintage Czech, I believe. 7.5 millimeter. And then these are the crystal, the black crystal. Beautiful black crystal.
Here you go.
Thank you. And we'll wait for this to start up.
You want drops, blood drops.
Vintage Vaseline glass beads, says Susan.
Oh, you mean the ones we had last night?
Oh, the ones last night?
Did those even sell?
I don't think so. I don't think they did. They're still available. And it says, oh, right, Susan, but they are at the house. It's right, they are at the house. Kimberly says, even with branch coral, it would be cool. Got any branch coral?
Maybe. I have coral with this kind of coral.
Okay, so the red crystal has sold. The black crystal has sold.
But that's different. Like this, the vintage coral.
Wait, we got a ZR7 black crystal. That is not the black crystal. Okay, ZR11s. 11 has sold. 12 is sold. 13 has sold. Oh, these are nice.
Or do you want to start with that?
Let's start with this.
Since I have a crap ton of it.
Yeah. These are nice. How much is a strand of these? 1,
those are vintage.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 strands.
What do you think?
I think like 24 a strand? No?
More like 8.
8 a strand. CR14. Andrew's giving you the low. Oh, that's so painful. Maybe 10. 10?
8's fine.
8. 11 strands available.
I have to do something nice. Get me out of my funk.
Get you out of your funk. Andrew's in a funk.
It'll be gone in a minute.
We have, look at these. Spiky. Anna says, oh yeah, spiky. Spiky coral. Vintage. $8 a strand. Okay, clear the decks. Let me clear the decks. Andrew's ready to go.
Yeah, you missed it. He's like, I miss you. Did he? And then I come back and he's like, never mind.
Never mind.
Go back to organizing the studio. See you.
It is hard to do this just one person, though. That is definitely hard.
That's fine. We'll be fine.
He says you'll be fine. You can do it. Thank you, Andrew. I got one, says Anna. A number of people have gotten a 14. So far, 3 of them have sold. That means there's only 8 of them left. If you want one of these, I would get I have no idea where he was hiding these.
Don't worry about it.
So if you want one of these, they may never come out again.
I have a secret stash.
Yeah, you do, because these are not in where I pull beads from.
Don't worry about it.
So I suggest getting these now
Mm.
if you want them.
I saw somebody been getting into some other stuff.
No, not me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Some of them drawers is open when they weren't open before.
Well, I had to start rooting.
Mm-hmm.
Had to start looking. Did my email come through? Kimberly, yes. Your email, both of your emails that said testing came through. Test 1 and test 2 came through. Sandra says, hi, y'all. Just joined. I fell asleep. What is ZR14? These are beautiful.
The coral.
Vintage coral spike, center drilled.
What do you think should go with that?
What do y'all want to go with this? These are 12. These are 16-inch strands. These are true vintage full strands. Only $8 a strand. Andrew, I wanted to put him at like 24 a strand. He's like 8. I said, how about 10? He's like, no, 8. So there you go. Get them now.
What else do you want?
What do you want to go with those? Oh my goodness, the screen just refreshed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these have now sold. There's only 3 left. I love that color with green, says Anna.
What kind of green?
Saturated green.
What kind of saturated green?
We just sold another one of these.
Lime
It means there's
green?
2 of them left.
Or something else?
Kimberly says, okay, that's so weird. I thought one may have been misspelled. No need for me to worry which one I grabbed. Doesn't look like it because I've gotten 2 tests. What kind of green? Avocado, says Anna.
Avocado.
Very specific. Avocado green.
Like the meat or the outside?
I know people like these ruler beads. Maybe we do some of these. This is kind of, I don't know if this is avocado. But
Just talk to them. I'll find stuff.
you don't like these? We sold these earlier. You don't want to try again? Oh, he's not going to let you. Look at these. Look at those. Look at that color.
Think about it.
Look
How
at that,
about
everybody.
these?
Or grass green, she says.
I got something that's gonna blow your own mind. Why are we doing stuff we already shot?
Just not Kelly green or Christmas-like.
Oh, you know, on Christmas?
You don't want Christmas?
How about these?
Those aren't Christmas. Look at these. Look at what Andrew's pulling out of nowhere.
Don't worry about it.
Carved stone. Are these a magnesite?
They're a chalk turquoise.
Chalk turquoise.
So
What's that mean?
they grind it up, I guess. And
Oh.
probably dyed something and then make a fancy name.
Cool. Perfect, says Anna. Those are
That's
super
this,
cool.
See? Chalk
Turquoise.
Lime green.
CR
I could
15.
do those $2 a piece.
So $10 for the lot. ZR 15. $10 for the lot of these carved stones. Dominion joined us. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining in. Super cool. Love that color, says Kim. Me too. Isn't that a great color? Love the lime with the dark blue now. Saying add some dark blue. We had some dark blue earlier. If y'all got the dark blue from earlier, we had this one. Look how nicely that would go. I don't think this one sold. This is ZR7, if you like that. And then we also had this cobalt dark blue. and that was ZR5. And I think those both sold out. But if you got them, you might want to combine.
How about these?
How about these? Cinnabar. Hand-carved Cinnabar.
Mm-hmm. $3 a piece.
3, 4, 6, 8. So $12 for the lot of those. ZR16. Or you want to sell those individually? What do you think?
Just sell it.
Sell it. $12. ZR16. Hand-carved Cinnabar. Look how cool those are.
Well, what do you want to go with that?
We sold the ZR15. Thank you so much. We sold another of the ZR14s. Let me see if there's any 14s available here still. That's the coral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have one of the coral left. Those look like dog bones, right? They're kind of cool though. They're drilled this way. Beautiful flowers carved in them. Bow ties. Love Cinnabar, says Kimberly. Aren't they stunning? You get all 4 of them for $12. ZR16. One lot available. And it has sold. Thank you so much. So all of these, but one strand of these have sold so far. What other colors? Somebody said dark blue. You got some dark blue?
Carved. I have this.
Not necessarily carved.
I have this.
Ooh, those are nice.
I know that's Marianne's favorite color combination. Coral and turquoise color.
Coral and turquoise.
I could do those for $6 for both.
6 for both. Is that turquoise?
Let me see. No.
I didn't think. Wasn't sure though. I want to say.
It's a resin.
It's a resin.
But it could be a composite, like, you know.
Yeah, it could be ground up turquoise resin. We've got one pair of those available, $6 for the pair of those. Those I think would look really good in amongst, they're like the right size to fit in amongst these. Right? I think that would be really cool. They're just like the right size to fit in amongst those shards of the coral.
Vintage glass.
Vintage glass? Y'all like vintage glass, right? How about these? Those are cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of those. ZR18. How much you want on those?
What do you think?
I think 4?
I could do it for $4.
$4 for 12 of them. Probably should have gone to 6, but ZR18. Probably. I said 4 before I really thought about it. 10 millimeters. I have those blue and they're so fun. Says Anna. Oh, the blue and white.
These blue?
Ooh, you have these ones? These are bigger. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14 of those. Let me move this up here a little bit.
Those ones are a little bit more.
Yeah, I was going to say. You want these at 7?
Can do them for $5.
Oh, just a little more. ZR19, $5. So we have sold 15, 16, 17, and 18 so far.
What about this flavor with it?
Oh. How about those? Wonder if those are black light glowing.
They look like it.
They look like it, but I can't be sure here. Need to get
You just have to be surprised.
Just have to be surprised if you get those. Let me move this over because there's room over here.
There's only one more of that anyway.
There is only one more of that. And all of these have sold except for 19. Oh, 19 just sold too. So this is ZR20. How much for those? Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 of them. 6.
You can make it 5.
5. ZR20. Oh, ZR20 just sold already.
Yeah, how about that?
How about these greeny meanies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those he's got. ZR21. How much on those?
You can do it for $4.
$4. ZR21. Look at this beautiful palette of colors.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Look at these. These look old. These are antique, I bet. Beautiful bicones. How much for those? 8 of them?
I do it for $5.
ZR22.
All right. What do you want to match with any? What's left to match?
Let me see.
What do you want to match with those?
Right now, everything I think has sold. Let me check. On the board, we have 15 that is sold. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. That's every number up until the clear has sold. We have one strand of 14 left if anybody wants those. Let me start putting away the things that have sold. Very, very summery looking. What do y'all want to build off of?
You know, there was like the Pantone color palette a little bit ago, where it was all the like primary colors.
Oh yeah. Which one of these y'all should I leave out so we can build off of?
Let's just clear the deck.
Oh, we're clearing the decks? Okay. Somebody just got 22 as well, so 22 has sold. Every one of these is sold, except we have one strand of those left.
Somebody get it so we can get rid of it.
He's like, I don't want one strand hanging around.
Just one
lonely shard strand.
Is the loneliest number.
It is. Help that lonely one. Who wants another strand of the coral?
Maybe -1.
Kim says, was I in time for 18? No, Kim, you were not. You missed out on 18. Sorry about that.
Try again.
Yep. That happens. That's the name of the game.
Tawanda.
Start with a neutral. Something rustic, says Anna.
How about this? So this rustic. I'll wait until Lone catches up. Otherwise, he's going to cry.
Oh, my. Here, we can put that out. What do you got? You want to do those separately? Okay, let me see. What number we end up? ZR23. How much?
What do you think?
What are they made out of?
They're that mystery silver.
Okay. You want to do them for 8 each?
No, they're more like, because they're Eastern Repousse.
Oh.
So
more like 15, 16 each?
For the bigger. Well, they're about the same.
Yeah. So 16 each. Okay, so here's what we're starting with here.
Where do you want to pair with that?
Which I think they look good. I think they look really good with this blue. If you got this blue, look at that. But anyway.
Let them decide.
I know. Let them decide. Let them decide. Okay, we sold. I know. We sold the last one of those coral. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
It's not all by itself, crying.
Little lonely baby.
Oh. Go away, little stray. Go cry in the corner. Oh.
No, don't cry in the corner. You have a home now.
I was going to suggest we do Kittapalooza on Friday, but not if we're going to do Laura Lunsford.
I know.
Maybe when we get back from our break.
Oh, that'd be a good return. Kittapalooza returns when we return.
Get ready.
For those of you who have no idea what Kittapalooza is, It's where we make a bunch of kits and release them all at once.
I'm not gonna make as many as we did before.
No, we did 100 or something before.
156.
156 kits.
And there was multiple of each of those kits.
Yeah,
it was making kits for years.
It was truly Kitapalooza. Dale says, "Hi everyone, just tuning in." Says, "Made a purchase in the online store. Check flowers and vintage Venetian seed beads." Thank you so much. I saw that come in, Dale. We appreciate it so much.
How about the sponge coral?
Anna says, "That is a classic color combo. How about green instead of blue?" Excuse me. Thank you. Suzanne says, "Kitapalooza is great."
How about this flavor?
Okay. Let me put this behind here. Spongy coral. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strands of the sponge coral.
9.
No,
you count
I counted that one. Yeah. 8 strands. ZR25. And these were...
There were 12, but I could do 10 maybe.
Maybe.
Or do you not want that? I can make that more.
You can make it more. You can make it more expensive. These are beautiful sponge coral rounds, vintage beads. These are 8 millimeters. And let me just show you them up close. They're so pretty. Sponge coral, yes, says Kimberly. Teresa says, "Love Kitapalooza. You have a little stray. You have a home little stray." Aw, says Anna. Look at how beautiful this sponge coral is, though. Look at this is deep, rich color. This is ZR25. I'm going to put it over here so we have room on the board for the other things that might go with it. But these would be magnificent with these. Look at that. We've sold 2 of the sponge corals so far already.
Do you want to do a different kind of coral with that maybe?
Nobody has bought 23 or 24. I guess I really didn't show them to you. These are beautiful Repoussé. Eastern Repoussé beads or pendants. Look at that intricate metalwork. Each one of those is hammered out.
You know, I don't know if they have like a mold or something now. Because for $14, that's
$16.
$16, that's a lot of work.
Yeah. Let me see here. Let me make sure. We've sold another one of the sponge coral. So we've sold 3 of the 8.
Go with it.
Ooh.
Since y'all wanted the branch coral.
Susan says, "I like that sponge coral. I have some in my stash that I'd forgotten about." Bring it out. Get using it, right? Look at this coral, vintage coral strand.
Is this the same?
These look bigger.
They're slightly bigger.
Slightly bigger.
Do you want to put those out?
And it's a longer strand.
Or do you want to...
Do y'all like these? Do you have any interest in these? We found
go with that.
To go with that. If you're interested in these, say interested in the coral. If you're not, we're not going to give them a number. These are... That's what I wanted with the Halloween black, says Anna.
I found it.
He found it.
It
All right.
took a while.
So people are interested in them. So this is ZR26.
No, this one has died. That's not good.
How much for the smaller strand?
Could you 10?
Oh, I was like in the upper teens in my mind. And how much for the longer strand and bigger strand? Longer and bigger.
Notice how you made sure to put that in there. I could do 16 for that.
16 for the longer and bigger strand.
Still a good deal.
It is a
I
very
think
good
that'd
deal.
be like 24 usually.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as
What did you say? 16?
16.
CR27 16.
Since I busted out the vintage crawl, how about these ones? Those look good with that oval one. Don't you think it would be unexpected?
This one? Yeah. Look at that together.
Because it's kind of got a similar shape, and then there's a little bit of something happening where they dyed it, and you can see the pattern come through.
You can see the pattern in there. Kind of mimics that color.
That one was originally 18 for that strand, but I could do maybe 14.
14 down from 18. ZR28 was 18 down to 14.
That's kind of Halloween-y too. If you wanted to.
And it says, yes, unexpected.
But
All right.
delightful, right?
But delightful. Let's see. We have sold 1, 2, 3. Still 3 of the 25s. 26 has sold. Thank you so much. So this one is sold out. Let me remove it. 27 is still available.
The bigger one.
Yeah, the bigger one.
Yeah,
Can you measure approximate on the coral? The one that's this one or the? Yeah, they are all over the place. So just to give you an average, this looks like an average. These are about 24.5 by 4.5, and the length on this strand, this looks to be a 16-inch strand. This is a 16-inch strand. So that is the $16 one. These round or oval ones are approximately 15.5 by 21.5. And this is a 16-inch strand as well. 15.5, 16-inch strand. Diana is here. I'm so stinking late, but I'm here. Hello all. Hello, Diana. Thank you for joining us.
Is it Diane, my neighbor Diane?
No, Diana Fleetwood.
Oh.
Diana Fleetwood.
I thought it was you're talking about Diane.
Oh, Diane Davis?
Mm-hmm.
I saw her today too.
I didn't know.
Down in town. I forgot to tell you. Yeah, I ran into her. She was making some baskets for a show or for a giveaway, and she was coming out of the store, and I saw her. Did I get 26, says Kim. You did not, Kim. So if you want 27, it's still available. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 27 just sold as well. So 27 is gone. Thank you so much.
What do y'all want with
What is 28?
coral?
These are coral.
That dyed.
It's dyed coral. So you can
Purple.
see, yeah, it's dyed purple. These are coral beads. You can see the beautiful patterns through the purple, which is really makes them really pretty, I think. So that's ZR28. This has sold. Let me put this in a bag. Thank you all so much. How big are the repoussé? Okay, do you want them in millimeters or inches, Anna? Let's do them in millimeters first. This is about 40 millimeters by 27. And this one is about 31 by 26.3. If you want that in inches, it's about 1.5 inches by about 1 inch. And this one is about 1.25 inches by 1 inch. So ZR23 and ZR24 still available. Oh, the purple coral has sold out multiple times now. Thank you so much. You don't have another strand of that, do you? Or two? No. Whoa. Where'd I throw that paper? There it is. Throwing things around. I forgot to put the paper in with that one. What did I put? That's this one. What's this one? Put the paper in the things.
What about this? I don't even know what this is. It's some kind of dyed something.
What was it? Purple Jasper.
It's something.
Sandra says, did I get ZR28? You did not, Sandra. You did not. Sorry. This is a dyed. Look how nice these would be with these. My screen just went yellow. It must be 9 o'clock.
Do you know where your children are?
You know where your children? I know where my children are. They better be anyway.
Mm.
Better be at home. But look, or use this
Roaming
one.
the streets.
Roaming the streets. Those children, those kids. Beautiful. How much you want on this one?
I could do 16.
16.
A pretty healthy strand.
It's a very healthy strand. ZR29. ZR29. Sandra says, guess I need to pay attention, LOL. Keep up. Keep up. Oh, we just sold 23. So the large oval one just sold. Thank you so much. And these are approximately 20 by 27 and a half. And these are a dyed stone. Not sure what kind of stone.
It looks like one of them pudding stones or whatever they call it.
It looks like conglomerate stone of some sort or something like
They call it pudding.
pudding.
Here's this.
But it's
this
nice. Different but same. Look at those.
Those are a little bit more turquoise.
Yeah. They are a little. So there's, but they would go really well together, or really well with that,
Mm-hmm.
or this one. If you got that one,
Wait,
that's
what
good
was
too.
28?
28 was the purple.
Oh, purple.
Yeah. ZR30. ZR30. How much you want for those little coins?
I could do
14.
No, they're a little bit more.
Oh, are they?
I could probably do the same as the bigger ones because they're a little
16.
bit better quality.
Okay.
And
And this is very pretty next to the sponge coral, right? This is all very pretty next to the sponge coral.
just around. What size are those?
The coins,
The sponge coral.
sponge coral, are 7 millimeter, 7.5, about 8. They're about 8 millimeter.
Alright.
Look at those. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Kim says, my internet is slow. Can't figure out how to make it faster.
You have to like scoot in your chair.
Helping to keep her in budget, though, it says.
That's what I do when William drives too slow.
He starts pushing forward with his chair.
So
his whole body.
Momentum.
Like he's going to push the car with his body in the chair.
Mm-hmm.
He does do that.
And I also pound on the brakes, the invisible brakes. Because that's what happens.
All right. Kim, you might also want to check Facebook. Maybe if you have Facebook, maybe the Facebook feed is ahead. That could be a possible thing too. Usually the YouTube is pretty ahead, but you never know. So that's ZR30. So ZR, let me check a refresh of the email before I go too far. And I also haven't checked junk mail just to make sure. No, it looks like we're okay there. Yeah, so 29 and 30 are still available. We still have some of the 25s available. I think we sold 3 of those. So I think there's 5 of those still available of the sponge coral if you're interested in the 8 millimeter rounds. It's super pretty. Vintage sponge coral. Look at the color in that.
All right. Are you bored yet?
Yes.
Okay, well, clear the deck.
Clear the deck,
Yeah,
everybody.
I'm tired of it. Well, but not really.
But what?
Not really. How about this?
Not really clear the decks?
I thought you sold one of the Eastern Represent.
I did.
Which one?
23. 23 has sold.
We'll remove it from my site.
Remove it from your. I'm removing everything now, aren't I?
No, put this.
No, put this out.
That looks good, huh?
Yeah, look at that.
What do you think about that?
That does look good. It does look good. Let me remove this from Andrew's site. There's a lag between my phone and my TV. My phone is slightly slower, says Kimberly.
We'll get the TV up.
I know. I think that's why she moved to her TV on the big
Nice.
screen. 30 has just sold. Thank you so much. That's the coins.
Oh, nice.
Thank you so much. Let me remove those from Andrew's site.
Don't be sassy. I'm not in the mood.
I'm not trying to be sassy. Trying to
I'm
be
not
funny.
trying to be.
I know, it just comes naturally, apparently.
Bless his heart.
If you could get paid for being sassy,
You can.
he says you can. What was the last number? It was 30 was the last number, right?
Alright, what do you want
ZR31. How much for these glass? These Millefiori.
I could do.
Look how pretty those are.
Maybe $10.
That's a really good deal.
They're old. They're Chinese, but they're old.
Okay, so this is still available. This is
By
still
Probably
available.
like the early, late 90s.
Look at that. Late 90s Millefiori.
Y'all like that?
And these are big, chunky.
Wouldn't that go good with
11.
the other?
11 by approximately 17 and a half. ZR31. That would go really well with some of those blues we had earlier.
What about that?
Even the blues that are here still. Oh, where'd you get that?
Don't worry about it. It's
Huh.
not for you to know.
Apparently not. Look at this.
Secret.
Millefiori rondelles.
Have you seen that before?
I've not seen that before.
I know you haven't.
Anna says, I used to like that candy that looked like those beads. It was so hard, but it was pretty. I don't remember that.
They kind of tasted weird too.
Is it that like that ribbon candy?
Kind of.
How much do you want for these Millefiori rondelles?
I could do 8.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 18.
No.
Oh my goodness. Andrew does want you to like him tonight.
Somebody has to.
Oh.
Oh.
These are 8mm Millefiori glass rondelles. A whole strand. That's a 16-inch strand. Look at how pretty those are. Let me check. Those have already sold multiple. No, I'm sorry. They have not sold. Oh, they did just sell. Yes, they did.
Oh.
And so did 31. So did 31. Huh?
I'm getting so confused.
I know. It wasn't there, and then it was there, and then it wasn't there.
Right. So what do you all want?
Well, they wanted these because this 31
That's
Millefiori. That's it. He's like, I don't got no more.
Maybe.
30, maybe. 31 has sold. Let's take that off the table. This isn't really designing with these tonight. We're taking them off the table too fast.
Yeah, let's pick some nobody's gonna want.
So it can stay up there for a while.
How about that?
Pick something terrible so we can't sell it, but we can design around it.
Correct. Inspire some people.
Inspire some people to work with terrible things.
How about that? You don't like that game?
All right, that was 32. I'm going to write this down. ZR33 coming up.
Oh. Where did y'all hide this from?
Anna says, did I get 32? Let me check who got 32. Oh my goodness. ZR32. No, Anna, you were the 5th person to try to get it.
Yeah.
The 5th to try to get 32. That was those Millefiori rondelles. That was the 5th email.
What do you want for a challenge? You want a challenge? Let's do a challenge.
Oh, 29 just sold.
Which one's that?
That's those big chunky monkeys.
Which one's big chunky monkey?
The blues. The pudding.
Oh, pudding pot pie?
Pudding pot pie stones.
How about we do... I'm gonna put something... You want something... How about this? You don't like this?
Susan says, ooh, did I get 32? Let me see. Susan, you did not but you were the fourth person to try to get it. Okay, so far ZR24 is still available, and this is the only thing on the board right now. Is this silver metal, silver colored metal, Eastern Repoussé.
That one that's left?
Yep, that little square one. That was my favorite one too, the little
How about
squarish
this
one.
to go with it?
Yeah, let's find something to go with it. Put
We'll
something
do a
with it.
challenge.
Ooh,
How about that?
I like those.
They're a little bit different.
They are different.
Where are you gonna find that?
Is that bamboo?
Let me see.
Or is it? It's not Tagua nut.
Not hogwash. I think it's coconut.
Oh, that makes sense. Coconut.
But they ground off all the brown.
They did a whole strand, 16-inch strand of coconut.
Put the lime in the coconut.
We don't have the lime up here, right?
That
15.5 millimeter discs.
Says you.
Says you. 15.5 millimeter discs of coconut. And it says I couldn't decide between the two shapes. I know it's hard, right? And it says, well, that tells me I missed out on 32 too. Says Kimberly. Kimberly, you actually got 32.
What?
You are the one who got 32.
Amazing Race.
The Amazing Race. How much you want on these coconut?
How about 10?
Let's see, I was going to go 14. He's lower than me all the time today. He's going to put the lime in the coconut? We'll see.
I want to see that one. The new Practical Magic.
Is it out yet?
No.
Oh.
I think October.
October.
But then they put that one person I'm not particularly fond of.
Oh, yes. You told me about
And I
that.
was like, why did they do that?
Why'd they cast them?
Oh, well.
Kimberly says, oops, I better buy a lottery ticket.
Here you go.
Look
Some
at
more
these.
vintage
Sponge coral. Look at how pretty. These are large sponge coral. Look at how pretty these are. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Only one strand of that.
One strand of that. Oh, so pretty. Such good kind of designs and colors in there. One strand of that. And it's a slightly lighter sponge coral. Like, this was the stuff we had earlier. I don't know if it's slight, ever so slightly lighter.
You just see more of the pattern.
Yeah. But look at that together. Sponge coral coins. Kimberly's already eyeing those. How much for those, Andrew?
And those ones are a little bit larger. So
What did we do on the rounds? Were $10 a strand before.
and these are like triple the size.
Mhm.
I could do them for 24.
Is that the final
Do you
answer?
think that's good?
I was going to say 26, but we'll do 24. Andrew's been lower than me today. These are 22 millimeters by 8.5 millimeter coins. Puffy kind of coins.
How about this?
Ooh.
To go with that. We are like tribal nation.
This is
now.
getting tribal up in here.
That's fine.
I like it. ZR35. How much for that? What is that even?
That's a palm.
Palm. And how much?
Maybe 12.
Giving it away. How about some crunchy, chunky rustic stones to go with those, says Anna.
All right, one thing first.
Here, let me give you the size on these two while we're at it here.
Chunky.
These are about 19.5 millimeters by about 10.5. Leopard spotted beads. Oh my gorgeousness, says Kimberly. Look at those. Palmwood
Oh, you
saucers.
want leopard?
What do you got for me there?
Just leave that on.
Leave it on.
Mm-hmm.
Acacia Claudia.
Because I'll never remember that.
Acacia Claudia. ZR ZR36. How much you want to put on these?
They're going 17,
Yeah,
and I think they should stay that.
I think so too. Because that's an old price.
That's from before we bought the store.
Okay, so these are acacia wood, and they're strung through one, but they're double holed.
These are really different.
Look,
I don't think you're ever gonna see that again.
this is the old label. $17.
But that's from before we had the store.
Yeah. Hello, Michelle. Thank you for joining in.
Are you ready to rumble?
So, are you ready to rumble? These are approximately just an average here, probably of about 19.5 millimeters by about 6.5. And that's ZR36. And let me check up and see what's sold here. 35 has sold. That's this one. 35 tried to sell again. So far, 34 is available. 33 is still available. Nobody wants those coconut? That's so cool. What? You don't want the coconut coins?
I think those are fun.
I think they're really fun. I think they'd go really well with this. Like in between, you'd have a coin in between one of these kind of saucers. And what kind of a cool pattern, because they're about the same size. Super cool pattern for that if you put those together, I think. And the color definitely goes together. But hey, that's up to you all. Let's see here. 36 has sold multiple times.
How about this?
If y'all want to know if you got anything, let me know because we don't shout it out otherwise. Wow, that's a big one.
Vintage plastic.
Vintage plastic. These kind of roses. Graduated. This is Gesundheit.
Thanks.
This is about a 40-inch strand.
It's a long necklace.
It's about a 40-inch strand. It is a long necklace, yes. Long, 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 long necklace.
And then the price is high.
So ZR37. ZR37.
38.
$38. And that is not high if you really know.
I know, but high for me.
It is high for Andrew. But
You like the roses?
the roses, it's about 9 millimeters. Graduated up to the bigger ones are 21.5. All right, so let me take 35 and 36 off the board because they're sold. What do y'all think would go well with what's left?
What about these ones?
36 off the board. Ooh, I like those blue and white ones especially.
A little bit nautical.
Kimberly says Amazonite. Amazonite would go really good with these and even those.
Amazonite.
Let's see here. ZR38. Normally we do these for about $1 each. You want to do that on these? 2, 4, 6. So $6 for the lot of that. Same on the blue and whites.
How many are there?
2, 4, 6, 8 of those.
We can do those for $7. A little bit of a discount.
Is ZR24 a pewter? That silver. It's a mystery silver. We can't say exactly what they use.
So sometimes they call it German silver, but
Yeah.
it could be the alloy is not sterling.
Donna says, I have several of ZK38. Aren't these cool? And they would go with, if anybody got that sponge coral, And they would go with this vintage plastic. And these blue and white, I would love, like, look at that color combo. ZR39, these are ceramic, Chinese ceramic. And 39 has sold, the blue and white, gone. Thank you so much. Let's see, 24. What was 24? 24. Oh, that's this one. This one just sold. Thank you so much. That's the Eastern Repoussé in the German silver. Okay, that goes over there. All right, let's move things around here. Squeeze things on the board. Don't need to see this, right? Let's move the camera over. We can get some more room and things we want to see. Not the junk I've got over here. Let's move this over here to leave room because those are big strands. This down so we can see numbers. 38. 38 has just sold as well. So both of these have sold. What's this?
Amazonite.
Amazonite. Is that Russian Amazonite? Or just Amazonite?
Like a really pale Russian.
I think it is. How much you want for that little bag? Some of them
24.
Are 24. Amazonite, $24 for the whole lot of these beautiful coins. ZR40.
They look better out of the bag.
Yeah, they do. $24 for the whole lot of these Russian Amazonite 8mm coins. And let me just pick some of these up here to bring up to the camera. Look at how pretty these are. Very light Russian Amazonite.
It looks like 2 strands worth.
Kimberly says, that is giving me Stone Witch vibes, the ceramic and the coral.
Sounds good. I
Yeah.
like that.
Anna says, what size are 39? They are sold, but I'll show you the size.
And I have more somewhere. But
12mm by 20.
did y'all like this ceramic?
What are 38 made out of? These are vintage Chinese ceramic. Okay. Boy, this is a good deal. All this beautiful, like, think of how many earrings you can make with these little Amazonite coins for $24 for this whole lot.
I ordered that for a while. Here you go. I have more of that coming.
Okay. Let me clear out some of the things that have sold here. We're going to show those in a little bit here. Those the same?
Mm-hmm.
Let me grab these. 40 has just sold multiple times. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You mean the coconut hasn't sold yet?
The coconut? Nobody wants the coconut.
Mm.
Better do something with that coconut.
Design of that.
I know.
Live by design. I think the coconut and the coral would look great together. Don't you think?
The coconut and the coral? Yes. And I think this and the coconut looks really nice together. That kind of blue. Okay, let me get these up. Do you want to do these all together or in separate lots?
What do you mean?
Separate them out.
No.
9, 10. There's 29 of these.
Let's do them for 15.
15.
It's like almost 50 cents a bead.
Yeah. ZR41
Get a little bit of
15
discount.
for the whole lot. And ZR42 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Can do it for $7.
$7. Oh my goodness. Oh, people love these blue and whites.
Those are $1 each.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 18. ZR43, $18. Kim says, did I miss 40 again? You did, Kim. Sorry. You did. All right, so let me move 40 off of the board since that has sold. These are really, really nice. That's, I'm sure, well more than a strand of those for $24. That's a really good deal. And let's see here. What are we doing? All right. 40 is off the board. All right. And, okay. So these ones, this is 43, are these blue and white vintage Chinese ceramic. And there are 18 of them. They're $1 each, so they're $18. Super cool shape. Everyone loves that blue and white. These are 42. There are 8 of these, and they're this kind of light blue purple with the gold.
Has anybody seen Linus lately?
I have not seen Linus tune in lately.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know. Need to check in on her. And then this is 41, $15. I think there are 29 of these. And I think of all of these, I think these would look spectacular because they've kind of got that color in there. These look really pretty with these. No one got 33 yet. So if you like that coconut, there it is. All right. Anna's asking, did I get 40? You did, Anna. My email says you did. All right, so these are all vintage Chinese ceramic beads. We're doing them by the lot. A lot of times we do them by the bead. This is your chance to get them in a bundle.
They're cheaper as a bundle.
Yeah, we do them cheaper as the bundle.
Cheaper by the dozen.
And this is, that is a nice combo. I think so, right? 37 is still available also. This large strand of vintage Chinese or vintage plastic for only $38 for a 40-inch strand. It's already made into a necklace, but take it apart, use the beads.
Oh wow, don't push it too hard.
I know, I'll take them apart and sell them as individual strands in the store for $4 for like that much. No?
They'll go back into my hoard.
Says they'll go into your hoard. All right, everybody, what do you want to combine now? What do you want to play around with? It looks like nobody wants this large sponge coral. I don't see a claim.
How much is it?
This is what? Let me make sure. This is number 34. Nobody has claimed those sponge coral coins.
How much is it?
It was 24.
Just mark it to 20.
20. Andrew's going to try and get you with a discount. 34 down to 20 now.
And if nobody gets it, it goes up to 36.
It goes up to the real price. All right. Oops. 42 just sold. That's these ones. Kimberly says they are still on my want list. Well, now's the time. Andrew just took them down. All right.
I can't go lower on the coconut because they're actually cheaper than they should be.
Mm-hmm.
How about these?
Oh my goodness. Are those S word?
No,
No, but made to look like.
correct.
What was our last number?
S word look alike.
43. ZR44. How much are those a strand?
I think they're $3 a bead. So how much is that?
$12 a strand each.
Um,
3 of them available. I think that's a good price. You don't
Okay.
think so? These are, Kimmy says, uh-oh, skull beads. These are crystal skull beads. There are 4 of them per strand. We have 3 strands available. They are $12 for the strand, so that's only $3 a bead. Do you have scarabs and S words, says Kimberly.
Of course.
Of course. I think there's some of those in the store yet, too. I don't know if they're in the online store. I haven't them in the physical store. All right, let's see here. Anything else selling? 42 is the last thing that's sold. All
I don't
right.
know if I'll be able to find the scarabs though.
I don't know. I know I did have some, unless I sold them recently. I did have some in the physical store.
I had bunches of it. Because I like scarabs.
I know. I know we've sold a number of them through the lives.
Well, we had them for almost every color they came in.
Yeah, we
So
did.
had a bunch. So I don't know if we still have a bunch.
I think mostly in the store I have orange or yellow, I think is the cut, like the amber.
Oh, they hung up.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody wanted angels the other day.
Angels. Oh, 44 just sold. One of them just sold. Thank you so much. That's these crystal skulls. We've sold 1 so far. We have 2 still left. Okay, I guess no one wants 33 or 34, so I'm taking it away. It's taking up room. There it goes. That price is going up to 36 now. Andrew said it. Says mark them up.
To the normal price.
To the normal price. Okay. Let's see here. 44, that's the one. 40. 43 didn't sell. These, everybody loved these when we sold them individually.
Because you know why? Because I didn't show it. What you can make with that.
Oh. Little angels. How much you want for those?
$2 a piece.
So $4 for the pair. ZR 45.
I don't know if I have any of them left, but there are these tiny little flowers, and you could put them on a head pin. Where are all the flower beads?
I don't know.
Loose. Do you have any?
Oh, the sponge coral just sold. 34. Thank you so much.
I don't know if this will look right or not, but so I did a project where that's not it. They have these little check glass flower beads, and we sold some last night.
The vintage German we sold.
And we had some check. But I made this project where I put this. You have to kind of use the power of your imagination, but I put them like this, and then they all kind of came out and made like a bouquet in there. And then people.
Kimberly says, you knew I was going to cave.
Well,
Yay,
thanks.
sponge coral. Hope you got it, Kimberly.
So do y'all like that flavor? Or do you think that looks like trash?
Oh.
Oh, bless its little porcelain heart.
Nobody wants those.
Here's a look more like flour.
Kimberly says, I love that look.
And then that looks, And you
Yeah,
could
look how
make
cool
it
that is.
if you do doll houses. This is a whole nother market. If you do doll houses, oh, that one's chipped. Oh well, they're cheap enough. If you do stuff for dollhouse people, they go wild for stuff like that. So you just put that in there and glue it to a base or something.
Yeah, put a little base on the bottom, a little coin. Make it a little flower vase.
Mm-hmm. Vase.
A vase. Kim says did something similar with some shells, pottery, terracotta pots.
Mm-hmm. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where are we mixing and matching?
I don't know. We got a mix and match here for sure. We just put angels out here, these silver angels with these skulls.
Mm-hmm. It's like related.
Right? All right, I'm going to take away the coconut.
What?
I know. Nobody wants
$10.
$10 for the whole strand of coconut. Nobody wants them.
All right. Let's design something fun. Do you think we should just clear all this garbage out? Nobody wants it.
Oh,
Oh, go away, little
go
stray.
away, strays. Okay, well, let's start anew because I think we're getting mixed. Too mixed right here, right now. I think it's just crowding up the chi over here.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna steal my words again.
Is that your word?
Uh-huh.
Chi is your word.
Uh-huh. I talked about it, don't I?
Need Andrew to show us how to dye that coconut. I would want it darker.
With the RIT dye.
The RIT dye. That's clothing dye, right? RIT. All right, clearing the decks. Nobody wanted these. This is a whole bunch of these.
You know what?
Oh, 33. What was 30? Oh, 33 just sold. That was the coconut.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
coconut.
Well, I'm just going to start taking things off the board faster because every time we remove it, things start selling. Okay, getting rid of these too. Nobody wants it. We did sell one of these, so thank you so much. There are only 2 left. ZR44.
Are we matching with the angels now?
I guess we have the angels on board. Angels on deck. ZR45 angels. Teresa says, I don't know what to do with the coconut strand. It is sold though. But we showed you a number of things you could do with it.
You could go with the coral.
I want somebody, I don't know who, I can't remember who got that palm wood, but that would be beautiful if you sandwich them like a palm wood disc and then the coconut, then a palm wood, then the coconut.
What about this?
Such a cool texture. We just sold another one of the 44s. They took off the table. Thank you so much.
This one. It's $4 a little strand.
$4 for these vintage.
Vintage check.
Vintage check. Look at these. Vintage check glass with that metallic finish.
You know I love that finish.
I do. The vitriol finish. I always forget that word. You said $4 a strand. Mm-hmm. We've got a number of strands of these. Let me see what we've got in this little bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of these vitriol strands. ZR. Look how pretty. And with these.
Because I thought it would look good with the you know, kind of has a pewtery kind of.
Mm-hmm. What do y'all want to see with the angels and the vitriol strands of check glass? ZR47. Give us something else to go with. What do y'all think? Oh, Andrew's already handing me stuff. We just sold the angels. 45. Thank you so much.
So then what? What goes with that? The vitriol.
Okay, these are going to be, let's just do these for $4 each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. I'm going to put these all out so you can see a little better. $4, 7 of them available. Green little other. Let's just add these ones out here too. And then we have in this color.
That berry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of those. Those are so pretty. ZR48, $4 a strand. Look, I'm going to show you this one first because this might be my favorite. Look at these. Okay, let me show
Not
you.
vitriol.
I know. Look, but look how look. Look at
You
them.
know how those sequins.
Look at them all together. They all go together because
They
there's
kind of look like sequins, but they're a little bit more sturdy.
there's some of that green in there. There's some of that red, that berry color in the vitriol. They blend. That pulls them all together. And they're only $4 a strand. Vintage check
nice.
glass. Oh.
Oh, he's like, oh, did I?
Oh, did I? All right.
Okay.
ZR49. What goes with this now? What are y'all doing? What are y'all thinking? Okay, so 45 sold. That's the last thing that's sold so far with those angels. I guess we'll take the angels away and start working with the check glass here. What do y'all
How
think of
about
that?
those? I don't know. They're too short for this. Do you think this is too short?
What is that? Pearls?
Little tiny facets.
Oh, those are nice. We just sold one of each, 46, 47, 48. Somebody's catching that wave that we're riding. Riding that same wave of togetherness. All right, what you got there for us?
Does that go?
You better believe it does. This is a shorty strand, I think. Not so short, though.
How many
It's about a 12-inch strand, a little over 12 and a half inch strand. Look at these. Look, they have every color we just talked about in there. They have the green, they have the berry. They've got their own metallic personality. These are vintage freshwater faceted pearls in the peacock. This is a magnificent strand. You better, I was gonna say, you better price that to be what it is. I know. He's like, I want to keep that one. This is a 5mm faceted pearls. I'm not going to show you too hard because this is one that we really should have just kept.
Well, here, don't show it then.
He's like, don't show it then. Well, you gave it to me. I already wrote a thing.
Oh, here.
You want this left on there?
No.
How much you want on these?
I have to do at least 24 on them.
These are beautiful pearls. ZR50, $24. Oh, 49 just sold. That's those pearls.
The beloved.
The beloveds. Now this is a 16-inch strand of also vintage freshwater pearls, but in this white. Cameron says, if you change your mind about 49, I'll give them up. He's thinking about it. he's making a face about them.
What about this?
Look at this berry color in these pearls too. Like this berry and this green in these pearls. Ooh. Andrew's handing us some big shell.
Maybe too big, but that's all right.
Look at those. So those are beautiful pearls. $24 for that strand as well. And what do you want on the? Look at these. These are big beads.
Abalone.
Abalone. One is drilled.
Oh, let me see. Is that cracked?
Huh? I don't think so.
On that side.
No.
That must have just been the light.
We got to do these as 2 different lots because this one is drilled top to bottom this way. Anna says, I was hedging on the pearls but wanted a bigger size. We might have a bigger size in the online store, Anna, and they're 25% off right now. How much you want on these shell beads or pendants?
I could do 12 each.
This one is the one drilled top to bottom this way, and then ZR52 is drilled through the top.
Don't you think that one would look nice?
This way, through the top.
Those vitriol go with it.
Kimberly says, oh wow, these are gorgeous. The vitriol with these,
Or is that tooth matchy?
I don't know. I mean, it's matchy, but look at that goodness.
Put it with some pearls.
I know.
What do y'all think?
What do you all think?
Well, why am I doing all the work? Well,
Not too matchy, says Anna.
how about this?
We have those 2. Whoa. These aren't together at all. Look at
There's 2
these.
different sizes too.
They smell so good.
That's just me.
They smell like pepper.
Mm.
Lori CO has just joined us. Hello, Lori. Thank you for joining in. So these are wooden beads. Let me show you one strand at a time. That was 2 strands. Look at how beautiful these are.
Do you think for the big one?
Hmm?
And here's a small one.
Here's a smaller size. How much you want on these?
Do you think that goes?
Oh,
Do you like that flavor?
Hold on. Papers are blowing away. Does this go? You like these? Love the grain on these.
They're a little bit greenish gray color.
Yeah, they're almost shiny, like
They
flashy.
look polished. They have a good feel to them.
So do you like those, everybody? You like this with this stuff? I like it with the berry. I love that together. What do y'all think? Should we put those up? Let me move 49 because that one is sold. Unless Andrew takes it back. That's the last thing that's sold so far on these. We still got each of the remaining things available.
What do y'all think?
What do y'all think of the wood? Y'all like the wood? Or no? You don't think the wood belongs anywhere in any of this? Audience participation time.
Oh.
Andrew's been working hard at this, designing with you. I know y'all kind of like to see what we come up with, but we want to know what you think too. There are all those. What's that one down there?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
Nobody wants this anyway.
The wood goes with the shell, says Kimberly. With these?
The shell didn't sell though.
No, they did
But
not.
what do you think would go with it? The wood? Or do you think that's a no-go? Yes? No?
Yes, no. The wood is pretty, says Lori. How are you, Lori? How's it going? Boy, we got a pretty palette here, I think.
Look at this one like a rainbow.
I know.
Happy Pride from nature.
Happy Pride from nature. Look at that. So again, this one is drilled through the top. Like you could put a bale up there if you wanted to. This one is drilled top to bottom through the shell.
Are people into it?
Kimberly says, I think the wood and some light blue beachy gems would go well. Would go with the shell.
How about this for beachy?
Beachy. Look at that long strand.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long A strand.
It has a similar silhouette as the shells, and these are from Hawaii.
Is that what? Is that a beech nut? What is that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Kind of nut.
Some kind of nut. Look at those. Those are really pretty. They would go really well. They pull out that, when you put those right with these wood, you start seeing those darker parts
I
of
can't
that
believe nobody's going into those pearls.
real quick. I know.
Those pearls is where it's at.
For
That's
that
the
price.
king daddy of all of the stuff on there.
I know. Look at
Because
those.
they're I used to make wedding jewelry, and I use those quite frequently
Quite frequently.
because they're good quality pearl, not the shit that not good quality.
Slip of the tongue almost. Nuts, wood, and shell. I'm trying not to be greedy with my claims, says Kimberly.
Be as greedy as you want.
Yeah. No one out. If
Throw
people,
some elbows.
if people were, if throw some elbows, if people wanted them, people would be getting them.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole fun of this game, is that sometimes you get things, sometimes you don't. Let me move these back. We're running out of some room here. What kind of blue do y'all want?
Blue.
How much you want on these nuts?
The room are at 15. I could do 14.
Okay, that's ZR. I didn't even do the wood beads. We didn't put a number on them. No wonder people can't get them.
Oh, well.
ZR53.
Whose fault is that?
Well, you said just wait, see if people want them.
Well, I could do.
How much on the big ones?
Let's do 6 on the big ones.
6 each. I'm not counting. There's multiple lots available. I doubt we'll sell out, but if we get close, I'll.
And then we'll do what?
ZR54.
5
Do
each?
5 each.
Is that a good deal for y'all?
On the other wood,
Slightly smaller.
this is 54. And then you said 14 on this one. ZR55.
And somebody said blue glass. Beachy blue.
Beachy blue. Okay, I have to clear some room. Ooh la la, ZR50. I know, Sandra.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
And bridal season's coming up.
Bridal season is coming up.
I mean, we're technically in it. It just started.
We know you have some nice pearls. These could definitely go with. Look at those. That's 50. ZR50. Look at those colors in there. Only $24. Suzanne's asking, how large are 54? 54, they are 7.5 millimeters. 53 are 10 millimeters. 55 are approximately 12.5 by 24.5 millimeters. We have just sold 51, the abalone shell drilled top to bottom. Thank you so much. Let me put that away. I'm going to need a bigger bag than that for that. Sandra says, oh goodness, I have so many pearls. What's one more strand, right? You can't have enough. There, we've sold one of the 54s. Thank you. That's the wooden, smaller wooden ones. One of these have sold. But I don't have anything like those, says Sandra. No.
I hoarded these.
Andrew hoarded these. These came out of his personal collection at a freakishly good price, actually.
Mm-hmm.
These should probably be a
good quality.
$50 strand of pearls or more. They're really good quality. All right. Let's take some of this check glass away.
We sold some of that.
We've sold some of it, but not much. So let's, if you want any of this, grab it. But we're gonna move this because we're getting into these wooden pearls, and I think people would like combining these things together. All right.
What?
Oh, 50 just sold.
Which one's that?
That's the pearls.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. It's a really excellent strand for that price. Okay. So 29, and we can put 50 away too since it is sold. Okay. Now we've got the wood, the nuts, and the abalone. What do you think
Now
on
I want
these?
some fried cheese curds.
Fried? Where'd you get that idea?
Ava.
Oh, is Ava doing it?
She's doing a show in Milwaukee.
Oh, I do love some fried cheese curds. All right, let's see here. Oh, this one. This is blue. This is look at that. Beautiful. You want to do 10 on that?
I could do that for 8.
I think 56 is what we're on, right? 55, 56. You said 8?
Mm-hmm.
$8. Vintage check glass. Large vintage check glass. Browns at 8.5 millimeters. $8 for the strand. Look at that with that. But with, I think it's really pretty with this wood. And get creative. Mix these textures and these materials together. Or maybe like this lighter one. These would be super pretty in there with those too. Look at that. Just one of those in between some of those. ZR56, one of those. Let me see here. Okay.
All right. How's everybody feeling?
How's everybody feeling? We're at 56. What are y'all thinking? Anybody got any suggestions on where to go with all of this now? What are you thinking? We brought in the blue with the wood and the abalone. Anybody got any suggestions or want to go with something different or have an idea? Let us know in the comments what exactly you're looking for or think would go well with this combination. Sorry, everybody, I needed a drink. What are these? Digging around back here.
That's mine.
Oh, I found this.
Anyways, it's a chain.
Look at that. That's cool. Okay, now we're getting some suggestions. Browns, says Susan.
Brown on brown.
Brown on brown. We didn't like brown yesterday. We started out with brown. Dark gray, Jasper, says Michelle.
Dark gray.
We probably have some gray. Hawkeye, says Kimberly. Labradorite, says Lori. Everybody's going with this gray tone now. Gray tones. Darker brown, says Susan.
There you go.
ZR57. Ooh. That's some eagle eye?
I think so.
How much you want on that one?
It's kind of on the matrix. They had a mark for 24. I can do it for 20.
20? Boy, my R's are looking like K's.
Oh boy.
That's all right. I'll know what it is. But look at this. Boy, you put this up here. This really does.
Somebody said that.
Yeah.
They wanted that gray.
Larva kite, somebody just said. Kimberly just said. Aquaterra Jasper. There's Kimberly. Look at this. Look at this gray. This would go really well, I think, with the blue, with the abalone. Pulls out the grayish tones in that wood because they're kind of a green gray. The larger ones, I think, have a little bit more of that in them. Look at those, how those start to really get pulled out with that. What do you think of those? And those measure, there's marquee cut, 16.2 by 25.5 millimeters. They were 24 once upon a time. Now they're down to 20 for you all. And this strand is a 16-inch strand. Michelle likes that mix. Look how pretty these are, though. Oh, beautiful beads. ZR57.
All right. Somebody said Amazonite earlier.
Garnet would be pretty, says Lori. Oh yeah, garnet could go really well. Amazonite, you want to do like 8?
Sure. You want garnet?
Garnet would be pretty. I agree. Garnet and gray. I love the garnet with the gray. ZR58 are these large Amazonite chunks. Look at how pretty those are. Amazonite chunks. This is a 12-inch strand. And just to give you an idea, these vary quite a bit. I'm going to grab this one. 10.5. This one is up to about 16.5.
This is kind of brown.
But ZR58, $8. Somebody said red tiger eye before.
What about that? You didn't even know I had this, did you?
No, I did not. ZR, how much you want on that?
40 on the amber and
59.
14 on the tiger.
14. And ZR60 is $40. All right, so Andrew pulled some tiger eye. These are faceted rondelles. Good quality. Lori says sodalite or lapis would be pretty.
Sodalite or lapis.
So that's ZR59. Let's see, we just sold 58. That's the Amazonite. So I'm going to take that off because I'm running out of room, everybody. I hate to take things off we just put on, but
Did it sell?
it did sell. And then, this is a very special strand. ZR60. Look at this amber.
Baltic amber.
Baltic amber.
I bought that in Tucson.
This kind of matte.
I went to this
finish.
sketchy hotel along the highway, or motel along the highway, and this lady from probably like Ukraine, I don't know, somewhere Eastern European. I knocked on the door to go into the showroom, and she's like, "What do you want?" And it's like, to see the amber.
To see the amber.
And so she had this like real severe little bob. It may have been a wig. And she's real abrupt. And in that same motel, somebody had flashed their chest to me and
oh boy.
tried to lure me into the sketchy hotel room. but I went into the amber room instead.
These are about 10 millimeters by 15 millimeters. This is done on, if you saw me, there is a connector here. It's a screw type connector.
I think the screw clasp is
Plastic.
yeah.
It's about a 17-inch strand.
So this is a mat, and I picked the one that has all the inclusions because you don't really see that.
Yeah.
I think are there bugs in that one?
If there are bugs, it should not be $40.
Well, whatever.
Size of ZR59. These are 6 millimeter faceted rondelles. 6 millimeter. Very nice quality Tiger Eye. ZR59. $14 only for that strand. One available. Andrew's story. Oh my, says Sandra. He's got quite the stories, doesn't he? Oh my goodness.
Don't worry about it.
Where did that come from?
I said don't worry.
That's as big as your fist.
Don't worry about it.
It doesn't even fit in his hand.
Oh well.
Holy amber. Oh, that amber is cool, says Susan. Isn't it? These are super nice. Rhodonite would be pretty also, says Lori. Okay, I have to clear some stuff, y'all. So I'm going to clear some of these big wooden strand chunkies out of here. So 53, last call on those. I mean, not really, but last you're going to see them. I'm telling you, they smell good.
That's me.
That's you? You smell good?
Oh no. I'm wearing Brandon's perfume.
Huh?
I'm wearing Brandon's perfume.
Oh, that's nice. 50.
Good it smells. I'm like, it's me. It's me. And he keeps saying no.
I'm sure you smell good too, but the beads smell really good. 60 has just sold. That's the amber strand for $40. Somebody got the deal of the night. Thank you so much. That really is an amazing strand. Sandra says, I love rhodochrosite.
I had some more of that. Did you show that?
Not yet, I'm getting there. Clearing the decks here a little bit. Let me clear this out. Finding bags for everything in the right size. 60. Y'all want to keep going? I didn't do the sodalite. You want me to do the sodalite?
Sure, that means we'll go to 75.
What? How did we get from 60 to 75?
15.
15? How much for the sodalite?
I don't know, $3 a string.
Oh. So this is, what are our numbers? ZR61. $3 each. There are 2 of them available.
You think that's good?
Anna says, what is 59? Tiger Eye. Yes. High quality vintage Tiger Eye rondelles, which I am surprised they have not sold yet. 6 millimeters. Went to take a shower, missed a few. Oh, Anna, you did. You did. Some of them got grabbed up. These are the things that are still available. These are Tiger Eye. These beauties. Did you see these beauties? This is the Eagle Eye on the Matrix. With quartz matrix. And I didn't even put these down yet. These are sodalite chips, $3 a strand. These are about about 13-inch strands. Yeah, about 13-inch strands for Sodalite chips. Sent an email request for which one? 59. Yes, you got 59.
How about we do something? What about this to go with that shell?
What? You're parting with that?
Mm,
For the right price, I hope. That's
about
not
120.
That's like your cost.
I know.
That's like your cost. Are you sure?
Yeah, I could do it for 120. 125. So what they do is they have this spiny oyster, and then they tumble it with turquoise bits, and what happens is it gets embedded into the things, and then I believe they coat them after so it doesn't pop out, or they somehow polish it so that it doesn't come out.
Spiny oyster embedded with turquoise.
The turquoise looks like this. I bought some, and then actually somebody gave this to me because they're like, I want to see what you make.
If spiny oyster is not inexpensive.
No, it's pretty expensive.
ZR62. Anna says, are they 6 to 8? They are 6 millimeters, those tiger eye. The spiny oyster is graduated from the smaller 11 millimeters up to the largest, which is 18 and a half. Anna says, that's wild and a great price. Holy smokes, that is amazing. In all caps, says Kimberly. Wow, that's crazy, says Michelle.
Y'all didn't think I had anything good left, did you?
Sandra says, nope, it's not. That's a good deal. Sandra knows. And it's enough to have the spiny oyster, let alone have the turquoise embedded, which you rarely see. This is kind of a more special kind of thing. It's not in every one, but it doesn't have to be, right? Kimberly says, never had any doubt. So that is ZR62, $125. That's a big strand too. That's a 16-inch, over a 16-inch strand probably once it's elongated. Anna says, it's an awesome deal. Y'all know, spiny oyster is not cheap. It is usually quite expensive. And it usually comes in either this orangey color, this orangey peachy color, or purpley color. Do they all have the glaze? I don't know. It's hard to tell because you can't really see it all. Some of them are more shiny. Some are a little bit more like these ones down here. The bigger ones are a little bit more matte. But they're beautiful. ZR62. This one looks more organic with how the turquoise is in it, says Kimberly. Anna's sitting on her hands. This is not the time to sit on your hands. This is the time to get a really good deal on a very pretty spiny oyster and turquoise strand. You don't sit on your hands for the super good deals. You sit on the hands when they're like, I don't know if that's a good deal or not.
What else y'all want?
Andrew's like, moving on. I don't have to sell this. I'm okay with not. So let's see here.
What else? What do you think would go with it?
Now that we've gone to 62, we got to at least get to 65.
What do you think goes with that?
What do you think goes with that, everybody? More turquoise.
More turquoise?
You want more turquoise? What do you want? What do you think would go with that?
Let's do something wild.
Something wild?
Yeah, why not?
Let's see. What's wild?
We'll see.
Sanders's turquoise chips. Oh, ZR62 just sold.
Which one's that?
That's the spiny oyster.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Thank
it
you.
just tried to sell again.
Really?
Yep. Just tried to sell again. Boy, it's so weird how that happens. Like we waited, and then two came in right away with one another. Somebody just they were thinking almost the exact amount of time, but somebody won it and somebody unfortunately did not. Anna says, so happy for you.
I know how you said that too. So happy for you.
I don't know that you can top the spiny oyster, says Kimberly. But Anna's saying Amazonite, Peruvian opal, or charoite.
Oh, you want to throw down a challenge?
Throw down a challenge if we can top it.
With
Andrew's
what
stash.
do you think that would top it?
What would top it? Oh, he's going into his personal room. He's heading over to his personal room.
What would top it?
What would top it?
I don't know if I can. You're right.
That means he doesn't want to get rid of whatever he has. He doesn't want to part with it.
That's right.
He's like, that's right, you're right. It can't top it.
Oops.
I heard him rumbling through his nice pearl stash box over there, I think.
Don't worry about it.
Seraphinite, Hyperstein. Says Anna to go with that spiny oyster. I have a couple of Charoite tumbles. They are amazing, says Lori. Charoite's such a pretty, pretty stone. I still think it's so wild how numbers come in at the same time. Michelle would pair it with some blue sapphires. Kimberly says, haha, figures, got to keep the most prized hidden. Two awesome stones and some of my favorites, says Anna. Seraphinite and Hyperstein. I love Hyperstein. All right, let's see. Anything else selling? We still have 57. We still have 52, 56, and the 61s are still. I know this $3 strand of sodalite doesn't have the same cachet as the $125 strand of spiny oyster, but are these sodalite or are these lapis?
I thought they were sodalite, but I woke up in the dark, so I don't know.
That's hard to tell. There looks like there's some metal in some of them.
So I'm just going to show you. This is the first one.
He's just going to show you. He's going to tease you. They're not going to stay hidden, but they're not going to be put on sale either.
I don't think so. But let me just tell you, I've got some beads.
These might be lapis. It's hard to tell.
Worth and quality.
Are these okay? Look at these first. Is that really sodalite?
Looks like sodalite. Some of them look like lapis.
I was gonna say there's some lapis mixed in.
That's probably just a really low grade lapis.
Low grade lapis, $3 still.
So you can show this.
Oh my goodness.
So some of these are from the Neolithic time and were excavated outside of Timbuktu and were uncovered in clay pots in Mali, in modern day Mali. And they were traded.
Look at that one.
That one's not.
He's like, that one's not.
That purple one's not either.
That one's not.
That's a trade bead though from Venice. Or Oberstein something.
Oh,
Let's see.
thank you.
And then so that's that. I think
These are
that
these
could top
granite,
it.
right? Gorgeous, says Anna.
So that's a $1,200 necklace. Just so y'all know. Whoop.
Whoop.
All right.
Oh,
Now,
the
these
beloveds.
ones are from Tibet.
We had a mini strand from Tibet the other day.
Natural rock crystal quartz.
Thank you, everybody. Wear it in health, says Anna.
I'm not gonna.
That's a
I'm
neat
gonna
one.
enjoy it by looking at it on my wall.
I would love to wear these.
Don't worry about it. I mean, they're already strung up as necklace, but
Yeah, I like the oval strand the best. These. Look at those. Carved melons. This is amazing.
Of course.
How much would these be?
Don't worry about it. But these would be probably about the same as that coral or the spiny oyster.
Oh, that's not too bad.
I mean, that's my price.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Selling things at cost today.
Yeah.
NFS, says Kimberly. That's right.
So I'll put this back.
He's putting it back now.
In the lock box of my heart.
The lock box of your heart. So beautiful, says Teresa. Aren't those really nice? Those are super, super pretty. All right, let me put the spiny oyster away since we know it's sold. Sandra says, okay, I have to ask, did I get 62? Yes, Sandra, you got 62. The other person who tried to get it did not, in case they're watching and wondering.
Okay. So if you are also wondering about more rare beads from Timbuktu, they call this water amber. And these are hand-drilled quartz crystals, also excavated in Mali. These are also extremely rare.
Look at how beautiful those are.
You know, nothing says rare beads quite like the dawn of civilization.
The dawn of civilization. Oh, wow, says Kimberly. Look at how pretty those are.
Somebody said that those weren't real, and I was like, says you.
Says you.
And they said, oh, people buy they just make them and then they resell them. Or they make them and they sell them as ancient beads.
He's like, I got my trusted people.
This person had been collecting beads for over 40 years, so I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
Alright, what else do you want to see?
What else do you want to see? They had some, what'd they say?
What?
Huh?
What goes with what?
What goes with what? I think we need to start the thing over here.
You need a fresh slate?
I think so, because nobody's wanting this last abalone shell pendant. Nobody wants the blue check glass. They like the pink check glass we had earlier today, not the blue. What do you got? Brighten that palette up, says Anna.
Y'all wanted the brown and gray.
I know, you all chose brown and grays. Now it's time to brighten it up.
How about these Japanese beads? Put that with that gray.
Ooh. Look at those beauties.
This is vintage Japanese.
Vintage Japanese with Like, look at these together. Oh, oh, oh. Berrylicious right there. All right, so how much for those
What do you think?
if you're selling them? 28?
I could do 24.
24. ZR63. $24. Notice we're leaving that on just so you can take it back. Hang it back up. ZR64.
What about these ones to go with it? With that gray. I don't want to give up on the gray just yet.
Not ready to give up. Let me put the blue, the lapis.
It's defending your sight.
Yeah, this, although it does go really well with this too.
It's like a pair of blue jeans.
Yeah, like look,
Everything goes with the denim.
super nice. But nobody wants this. They told me.
Oh,
No.
alright, what do you want with that pink?
Those could be pretty with some pearls, says Anna. And it says, go Stormy.
Stormy.
Thought we just said it was too stormy.
Well, let's pick a different storm cloud.
Different storm cloud.
Yeah, maybe.
Stormy could be good. Kimberly says it started to look a little too stormy.
Oh. How about,
I love these vintage Japanese. Let me give you the size on these. Well, he's pulling the strands. 12.5 millimeter vintage or antique Japanese rounds.
that's from Cherry Blossom Company.
Yeah, cherry blossom rounds.
I don't know. I can't say if this is Occupied Japan or not.
Like a stormy sunset, says Anna. Right? Look at those. Stormy
Right,
sunset. Oh, you ready? Okay. How many we got of those? 2?
Uh-huh.
2 of these.
You could do them for 12.
12 apiece.
Mm-hmm. That's Storm Cloud.
That is definitely storm cloud blue. Let me show you what one looks like. These are
I
African.
hoard these. No.
No.
Javanese to look like African.
Javanese that looks like African. These are super pretty. Look at those. And this whole strand, this is about a 24-inch strand. You've got 2 of those available to you. And that storm cloud blue. And it says, yes, I love those, need them.
How about these? I hoarded this like my life.
Look at those.
Like I was, like my life depended on it.
And now you're letting them loose?
Well, whatever. They probably won't sell.
They probably won't sell. ZR65. Let me give you the size. I don't think I did the size. These are about 5 millimeter beads.
I don't know if you are these are different.
These are different, I think.
They're all 3 different.
Kind of. Those are similar, but I'll do them as 3 separate.
Just show them all together so that people know how they're. So these ones I got because they look like the old ones.
Okay. So there are going to be 3 strands here. You can see they're slightly different. It's better under the light. So you got one that's kind of this more gray blue and less frosted than the others. Then you got this one that's more of a mix of the light and darks, and then this one's more overall the blue. All right, so I'm going to do 3 different lots for those. You're doing those at 12 as well? Or they have to be more?
It comes out for 12.
Okay. We sold one of the both 64s. So the 64 is sold out. Thank you so much. This is This is the less kind of matte one, and this
I love that.
and the darker one.
I'll show you why I bought those after he's done.
ZR66, $12. This is the more light and dark one in the frosted. And then ZR67. This is the more uniform blue frosted one. Is this one. And I'm going to put 67 over here. There's only one of each of these blues. This one is sold, so let me take this away. Thank you so much. And then, look at these, y'all. This gray and kind of coppery, goldy copper color. Gray blue. This is definitely, this is like the perfect match for that. Pulling out some of those browns in the matrix.
Yeah, this is why I bought the other ones.
These are, let me see, ZR67, ZR68, $12 each, and 2 of those available.
But I'm not selling this.
You had to buy those to get these?
No, I just bought the other ones because I didn't want to use these.
Oh, these are the real deal?
This is the African ones.
What they're meant to be looking like?
These are ancient ones. This is probably $300 strand.
Cost?
Maybe $150 cost. The ancient. But
Yeah,
that
this is
color
OMG, those are gorgeous.
Extremely difficult to make.
They did a good job though with this, with some of this matching of these colors. Okay.
So that has the natural patina of life.
66 has sold. That's this one, the blue and kind of light and dark one. Let me pull that away. What happened? ZR69. We're on 69 coming up, whatever's next. I have seen those individually, says Anna. Anna says, I've seen those individually. He's like, I know. I can't believe no one's got 68 yet. Look at the, oh, these are so pretty. Okay.
Some gray ones.
Huh?
Is it the ones, the gray ones?
The gray ones have not sold. Oh, I just sold one of them. Thank you. One of the 68s has sold. I was going to say, if not one of those, I have the wrong taste in things because I don't know.
You want to see something? Oh, you want to see some stuff that's rare?
Who likes rare? I like rare. You want to see some rare stuff, y'all?
I forgot I had these. Oh, I pinned this. Shit.
He sometimes forgets he has things.
And it's, even though it's in plain sight.
Hiding in plain sight.
You know why? Because I pinned the heck out of this.
And this is a send request for those 68. Yes, I did get it. Thank you. Lori says, yes, I want to see rare, please and thank you. Such a subtle combo there, right? Okay, nobody wants 57. I'm taking 57 away. It's these gray, what we were building all of this around. Nobody wants them. $20. 57 goes away.
These are the white hearts, but these are old. That's like from the 1700s.
Old white hearts. That's what those black ones we had earlier were meant to try to mimic.
These ones, they have been in 3 continents: Europe, Africa, and America, obviously, but traded old time.
Look at how beautiful those are.
What about this? You want to see that as first scene?
Ooh.
Some blue coral.
Blue coral.
Your neck has to be sturdy.
Yeah, these are heavy.
I have these on display. That's why I didn't know I had them.
Yeah, they're up on a mannequin on display.
Mm-hmm.
Hiding in plain sight.
Correct.
You are killing me now, says Kimberly.
You didn't think I could top it, so
All right.
what's
There it
next
is.
of things that you... How about these? Show this one, this flavor with that blue.
With the blue.
Okay, $7.
$7 for the little corns.
Mm-hmm. Somebody wanted corn.
Red
I don't know
corn.
why they wanted the corn, but they wanted the corn. This is a vintage pressed glass Czech pressed glass corn.
Vintage Czech pressed glass corn in red and gold. For good luck, right? $7 for the whole lot. Goes beautifully with the gray and the blues. So whether you want to put it with blue. Kimberly says, I think you more than topped it, but none of it was for sale. Laughing faces.
Wow.
Get that together. Idabelle. She does. Look at that together. Beautiful, beautiful. And we're at 70.
That's good.
One more.
Oh, one more?
Yep, to get to 70.
Oh.
Unless you want it to be these. These
The
little,
other corn?
the other corn.
You can make that the other corn.
Huh?
Make that other corn.
Make it the other corn. How much for that strand of other corn? Oh wait, there's a full strand in here, but then it looks like there's part of a strand. Let's just do it all together. You think 7.2 for that? There's that, and then the loose ones.
Is there more than that, right? Or they're about the same? They're the
that
same?
was on this.
I don't know. 7 is fine.
7's
I
fine.
should charge more. But that's contrast.
$7.
You'll like that.
I've never seen corn like that, says Kimberly, right? And how about this corn? So there was one strand in here, and then there's some loose ones. So we're doing them all. The strand itself should be 7.
I know that's one thing that I would like to hear every episode. Is I've never seen that before.
Right?
Because I get so bored with stuff that everybody has. I saw I'm not gonna say whose live I saw, but I saw it and it was like such boring. Like it was just like the same thing after the same thing after the same thing. And it's this cheap Chinese stuff that is just so junky, and they marked it up real high, and I was like, and there's like hours of this. Anyway,
it's about 7.5 by 12.5, and these little corns are 5.5 by 18.5. I haven't seen either style of corn, says Kimberly. Yep, there you go. And you've seen a lot, right? I know. These have metallic on one side and regular glass on the other. So both $7.69 and $70, and they are still available. All right, everybody. I think that's it.
And you want to know where I got those from?
Where'd you get the corns from?
Her name was Susan Edwards, and she was married to Pudgy Beads. They both dead now,
Hmm.
but they were in Long Beach, California, and their son-in-law he used to sell Czech glass, and he was from the Czech Republic, and he was a really strange dude. And so he used to have. She wrote this book called "You Made It, Now Sell It." And he had this thing where he made this like fortress in the Beat and Button show, and it was like a tent, and there was no entrance to the tent, and you had
boy.
to like go find a way to get inside the tent to get in. So he had a tent inside the convention center, and there was like a wall in front of the door.
So he did not make it easy to buy beads.
Correct. And he was like so disappointed. And he lived outside of Atlanta. And then
Thank you. 69 and 70 are spoken for.
The wall of the basement collapsed. And if I don't know if y'all have ever been in the South, but there's this particular shade of mud that is red because it's clay. It's like a Georgia clay, and the mudslide had went into the basement. It had knocked down the wall in the basement.
Oh boy!
And had flooded his basement. So in theory, there is a home somewhere where there are all of this like amazing rare Czech glass beads that's buried under this red clay.
Oh my word!
And I don't know that but those came from his little fortress of solitude.
His fortress of solitude. That's a cool story, though.
But Pudgy, he used to play with all of the musicians. He would play with like Jimi Hendrix, and he was
So those corn beads came from somebody who played with Jimi Hendrix.
No.
No.
It was from the son-in-law.
Oh, the son-in-law.
And Pudgy, he was very like, he liked him, but he is kind of harsh on him because he is this weird dude from the Czech Republic. And his daughter was like the princess, and he's like, I don't know why she's with him. She could do better.
Oh,
He's over here, made himself a fortress of solitude up in here.
Oh boy!
But anyway, so there's story time for you.
Story time. See, you get story time too here at Allegory Gallery. All right, y'all. We are finished for the evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will have more for you here tomorrow. What kind of show do you want tomorrow? What do you want to see? Let us know in the comments.
It has to be from the house.
Has to be from the house. Andrew said we're going to be at the house.
It's Gertie time.
It's Gertie time. Gertie's going to be coming back from her appointment. She's going to have to be in a room being...
She has to have baby clothes.
It's just a baby clothes.
Are you sure you don't want to sell this?
So what?
It feels wrong that there's just one more of that.
All right, we'll go to 71.
How about 72?
70. Okay, ZR. Andrew can't handle. Okay, ZR71. We're gonna have two more things, everybody. He's been holding this. And we hit 70. So, how much is that one?
20.
20. ZR. R72 20. All right, so here we go. These are more of these beads, but this time in that green and kind of yellow green, dark green, brown green color. These are really pretty. I like all the mixes of green. So you get that. That's ZR71. And then this is ZR72. $20. What are these ones?
Old glass.
Old glass. And these are approximately about 11.5 millimeter beads. ZR73.
can do those for $2 each. And they have gold stone on them.
CR73 are these glass beads with gold stone, and they are approximately 12 by 17 and a half. You get 4 of them for $8. And what's 74 then? I know you're going to go to 74.
About this.
Portuguese.
Supposedly that saved somebody's hand. It was on a charm bracelet, and then it got stuck in the thing, but it's kept their hand from getting crushed.
Oh boy, how much is that?
I could do $12.
$12 on that.
Just for somebody's life-saving coin. Their
I know,
lucky
right?
talisman. And then here, this one was also on that bracelet, but it didn't get slammed in the door.
How much is that?
$10 since it didn't have the mark of the.
Okay, and ZR75. We sold 73 multiple times.
Thank you.
Thank you. And this is another coin turned into a bead. Pendant, I'm sorry. Pendant charm. And that's $10. ZR75. This one is approximately 26.7.
Is that from Berlin?
This one is, I can't actually read it.
Let me see.
Oh, it's a franc, I think,
Oh, French.
or Belgique,
Belgium.
Belgium maybe.
Belgique
It says
is
one.
Belgium.
It says 1 FR franc.
Well,
but
Belgium.
yeah. And this one is, I say 21 millimeters. So ZR75. Oh, we sold 72 as well. We sold this one.
Thank
Thank you so much. 71 is still available. Nobody grabbed that one.
That's the one that broke the seal.
That's the one. That's the reason he started it, and then he didn't show it till the end. ZR71. Lori has to go. Have a great evening. Little footballs for these, right? Those have sold. Thank you so much. Football. Oh, 72. Oh, I said that one. 72 sold. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Have an amazing evening, and we'll be back here from the house watching Gertie Girl as she recovers tomorrow. And I think that's it. Thank you so much.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.